we made a selection for the show here. That is, we went through my work in general, and my work can have several aspects, and the selection here gives one aspect of the work, which is actually based on art history. It could have been something completely different. It could have been about drama. It could have been about ugliness, or different thema going through what I would have shown. So we decided to create this link related to art history. As for example, the work behind me are part of a series of 4 works, 4 paintings, well, 3 paintings and 1 drawing, 1 large drawing. And the starting point is a drawing from Hans Holbein that was made in 1526. He made a study for Anna Meyer. She was the daughter of Jacob Meyer, the Burgmeister of Basel. And at that time, when Holbein is drawing Anna Meyer for this study, there is an interesting thing that I quite liked. It's the position of Anna Meyer. And I started to imagine what she was looking at. She's staring somewhere, looking away, somewhere on the ground. And I started to think maybe she's looking at something on the floor of the studio of Holbein, or nobody will ever know what she was staring at. And that's what I liked about this drawing. So I started to search more about this drawing, and I found out that Vincent van Gogh made 2 drawings of Anna Meyer in the 1880s. And those 2 drawings show something completely different than the first drawing from Hans Holbein. It shows also all the suffer of Van Gogh, all this desire of going through a study of a drawing, reaching perfection and pushing and on the pencil and trying to get out the person out of the drawing, which is not anymore a copy of a drawing from Holbein. It becomes a drawing of somebody that could have been sitting in front of him. And then I started a big drawing in 2009 that is just Anna Meyer, based on the Holbein. And I started drawing by drawing a mistake in the paper. And from that mistake in the paper, I built the rest of the drawing. The eye of Anna Meyer staring at this mistake, and she sits in a star sky, referring to Van Gogh. So it's 2 techniques. It's a pencil and a watercolor. A bit later, like a year or 2 later, I came back to this Anna Meyer, and I painted her like she is. So I painted this around 2010 or 11, and I calculated how old she would be. She was around 16 when Holbein drew her, and so she would have been 502 years old. So the painting behind me, the green one, is Anna Meyer posing still, 502 years old, but the eyes haven't changed. She's still looking in the same direction. She's still having the same position. And then from that, I started to search more about Anna Meyer and found out that Anna Meyer exists today. There is Anna Meyer alive today. She is a flute player. She is a famous flute player from Swiss. And so I painted this painting titled C'est pas du pipeau. C'est pas du pipeau is stay in French because it's extremely complicated to translate. Because pipeau is tiny flute, but it also refers to From my Belgian background, artistic background, it refers also to Ceci n'est pas une pipe from Magritte, and speaks about art history also through the time. So I'm starting from Holbein, going through Van Gogh, making a painting, making like a regard to Magritte, and this woman is. This Anna Meyer, the number 3, is today like a ghost. Is a bit, and she's still in the same position, but she is like not human anymore. She's trying to look at us. Her eyes are completely twisted. She is really trying to look at us. She has changed the direction of what she was looking at in the beginning, and that's why in the last one, this painting over here, that's the last one of that series at least. It's like I come back in the studio of Holbein and I put myself between the model and what she's looking at on the ground. So I catch her eyes, I catch what she's looking at, and so she follows us when she's just staring at us at the end. So that's the whole story is about what we look at. And I had a title for a show that I chose for a show about 3 years ago, and that was the painting must look at us. And I like that because I think it's, first of all, it is that. It's when I paint, I'm trying that the painting is looking at me, not me looking at the painting. So it's often about what do you see when you look at painting. And I try to reach that by taking the opposite way. So I start my work always by writing titles. Sometimes I write titles about 6 months, 1 year, 2 years before I paint the work. And it's I have a list of about 200 titles written of paintings that I haven't made yet. And maybe some of them I won't. But it's a way for me to take the time to fix the idea, to think about it, and to prepare it. It's all this preparation until I paint the work. And that's my way of looking at the painting before I do it. So at the end, when I paint, I wish that the painting is looking at me and also the spectator.